Welcome back, everyone, to Pinetopia. Our first pumpkin has emerged. Actually, it looks like our first melon has also just come through. So we're starting to get some crops over in here. But today I want to concentrate on our pasture area. We are going to need areas we're going to have the various types of animals that we're going to be keeping here. And we're also going to need to make this watering hole a little bit safer for livestock because right now it looks like livestock are just going to plunge down into there and get lost all over the place. So I want to make this so that we have a gradual slope down to the level of the water. That way, if any livestock goes into the water, now I don't know yet whether I'm going to have them all fenced in so they can't reach it, or not. But just in case, I want to make sure that if any of the livestock get stuck in there, they will be able to easily get out. So perhaps stuck was the wrong word to use there. Because the idea is to get them not to get stuck in there. So let's go into here. And I want this so that we have many ways in which they can get out. There you go. Ooh. Let's not do there because I do not want to give the livestock many ways in which to get themselves lost in here. It looks like I broke some blocks I didn't intend because the idea here is to give them easier ways to get out, not tougher ways to get out. There we go. Perhaps I should. No wonder it's an efficiency 3 shovel. Yeah. Efficiency 3 shovels, they are great when you are trying to do massive gathering of things, but if you're trying to do spot easy stuff, I think you're almost better off with a unenchanted stone shovel. There you go. I think that is nice. Now, we do have the whole thing that this is flowing out here, but since I want to turn this into a stream going out in that direction, then I certainly don't want to make it in. So I don't want to close that off. But I was thinking earlier on whether or not to put a fence here, and I think the answer is yes. I do want a fence. If there's going to be a river going through here, then I think it's a good idea to remove this little rise since it's going to be removed anyway when the river goes through. So I think I better start out with the waterway, get the river going on, see how that goes, and then I could put in the outer fence. Then I could worry about exactly what else to do with this water right here. There you go. Actually, first though, yeah, I think that'll do very, very nicely. Just hope the livestock doesn't get stuck in there. But the idea I'm going to try to do is to discourage them from going through. I think a fence will be good at doing that. So just have a fence that includes the water in there, sort of like a water gate or something like that. And we'll just do that. And the stream can flow down this way. Let's see. Like this. Now I will have to do something because obviously streams in Minecraft only go a few blocks before they start petering out. So I have to keep that into account. I'd say 3 wide would be a good standard width all the way through here. So I'll take care of the channel first, then I could worry about making sure that the water doesn't give me too much trouble, though. One of the nice things about flowing water is that, well, it is flowing, and that's what real streams do. But I think I just need to do a little bit more cutting first. I started digging down this way, But now I've thought better of it. This is going to be turning more into a canal than a stream in any case because of how straight it is. And I noticed that this right here is a level below the stream here. So this is a much more natural channel, I would think, for a river to go down to. Now, it absolutely does not help my original plan of having a bit of a moat around here, but I've got the fence, so that's not really all that important. And I think what is really nice is to head down and have a nice, more natural stream here. So I have to see if I could get it. Now, I really need to try to make the river a bit serpentine because rivers aren't exactly fond of going in straight lines. If you see a river in a straight line, it's probably a canal. That's at least that's the way it usually feels. There we go around here. Just looks to me that rivers love to change course and I mean that in more than one way. A is go back and forth, and how they go in a sinuous manner. And also, when I say change course, meaning after silt buildup and all that stuff, they change how they flow. There you go. And what we'll do is we could have this moving down. Oh. What? It's noon! Where did a monster come from? Well, I'm going to have to find that out. Spares investigation. And, well, that's lit down there, so that seems like an unlikely spot. But a monster spawns somewhere. Well, that's lit. Well, a bit of a mystery there. Well, it's a good thing it was a... Well, maybe. Not too sure. Oopsie daisy. Not too sure anything that would have... I guess if I can get it back up, it means a monster could have gotten up here. So, just in case this is the source. I'll have to check this place for monster sources at some point. Ooh. That looks like a potential nasty spot down there, but I don't think anything there is really going to be getting up. But I wouldn't argue with getting a little bit extra iron. Not at all. Not that I am particularly good at creating naturally shaped rivers. That looks pathetic, doesn't it? Well, maybe someday I'll get better at it. Maybe. If I live long enough. If I live a century. Good grief. Now, let's see. Let's go to the next level here. Oopsie daisy. Oh. All right. Now, what would how far does it go if I do that? Only this far. Well, yeah, it still peters out a bit, but I'll probably just have to add a little extra source over here. And maybe that'll allow me to go a little bit further than I would be able to do otherwise. Perhaps, since I'm still one above the water level here, I think, right? Yes, I think I'm still slightly above the water level. What if I do this? How far would I get going? Hmm? Not very far so far. Not doing it. Oh, maybe because we got... Ah, much, much, much better. Well, unfortunately, this thing's now flowing both ways. Well, maybe. There's a little backflow here. I'm probably going to have to live with that little problem. And it's quite there. We've got water. I guess it's going to sort of almost collect into a pool in this region here because this is where the two sides are meeting with each other. Not exactly what I intended, but it may have to do. Let's see what happens if I have a nice water source right over there. See, how about there for now? Yeah, I'll just think on this later, and I may have to, well, whether to leave a canyon here or to have the banks eroded a little bit, I'll just have to decide on that as time goes along. But what's time now for is to worry about the pens themselves because it looks like I've got the fence. I've got the river. Now the river is no longer on the border here as I originally planned, but that's what happens in building. You come up with little changes in plan here and there. There you go. Now, let me consider what livestock to use, and while it's nice and convenient for me to get across, I don't want it to be nice and convenient for the livestock to get across. Now, speaking of livestock, what all will I want here? First off, horses. I've got two of these, so that won't be too much of a problem. I could have a nice place. Probably there will be a stable for the horses. Thus, I think the horses should be right around here having a stable for them. And perhaps they could pasture out here sometimes or something like this during certain circumstances. Now, I'm going to need some cattle, and I just saw a cow right over here, and I thought, well, maybe I better grab one while I have a chance. Hello. Come this way. It'd be nice if I had a pair. I'll have to go somewhere else then, perhaps to find another one. But I don't want this one to wander too far away, so I will... Well, for now, I'll just... Oh, what happened here? Ah, there you go. Now, let's get up here. Up here, up here. Don't go too fast, I guess, is the byword here. All right. Now, there you go. You can go there for now, and when I find a good spot in which to put the cattle, I will have that there. Now, I'll need some sheep. What I have here is cattle. I have one. I obviously need more than one. Got horses, so that'll do. Ah, here's another one. And there is a sheep. If we get another sheep, it'll all right, two sheep and a cow. That would be great. Actually, another cow right there. Here you go. I've got 4 leads with me, so that'll be good. I'll grab you. Hey, sheepy, here, 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 here! Stop that! All right, good. Now I've got 2 sheep and a cow. That should be enough. I'll eventually need some pigs. So what if I actually bring a pig here? Oh, do I have? All right, good. For a moment there, I thought I had lost one. But apparently that was another one. Let's see. There you go. Let's continue on the way. I can never trust those leads to stay where they are. There you go. Well, there we go. Now we've got 2 sheep, two cattle, 1 pig. So I need cattle, sheep, pigs, and horses. Those are the big ones. So I just need another pig, and I'll have a pair of each, and I could breed them up in order to get more, or I could just grab a few more over there. But I will need pens, of course, for them. Now, dogs. I think I got enough of those now. So dogs are covered. Cats, I'll need to grab some fish and then go over to the village and maybe I could tame a cat or 2. So getting cats in there and chickens. Well, I might be able to lead some here with seeds, and if I can't do that, I've got 3 stacks of eggs, so I'll probably get a few chickens that way. So I've got them, and then that would take care of the entire set then. So I just need room for all of them. Now it'd be nice to get some llamas or donkeys, but don't think I've seen any donkeys around. And llamas, I don't think I've got the right terrain in order to find any around here. Unless there's some up in that hill down there. Actually, maybe I'll go explore there and see if there's anything like a llama in that direction. And in the meantime, I could start thinking about how to divide up the pens there without making everything all feel completely cooped up. I think this place right here would be good for the chickens. We could have the chickens over here. They will be separated from the rest of the animals. They won't be trod on by the larger ones. Then we could have the cats and dogs. They'll be down with the people most likely. Or actually, sometimes maybe have the cats and dogs roam around if they need to. The larger ones, they could have this area. Over here would be the stables. In the back, we have a little place for them to eat and all that stuff. We could have I guess the pigs would be good over here. A nice place for them to wallow. In the sheep and the cattle thing could be here. Yeah. In fact, would have a nice area for the sheep because I want to be able to divide that so you can have different compartments for different colored sheep just in case. And perhaps that could be one of the industries that's done here, having woolens and of course in Minecraft are probably mainly banners or something like that, so that we can have a loom and all that stuff. And I think that would be a way to divide it. So we essentially have 4 different areas here, plus the chickens over there. If I get any donkeys or llamas, then I could stable them with the horses. I think that'll cover everything. Now, I just need to get a bunch more fences so that I could get all that stuff fenced out. Several fences later, these first 3 areas right here will be for horses. I will, I hope, eventually turn this into a proper stabling area. For now, I'm just sectioning everything off by fences. This small section here then will be for sheep. Each of these little pens is for sheep of one color. I've got 7 of these. This area here will be for pigs. This area right around here is where I'm going to be putting the cattle, but I'll save that for after I get everybody else in place. Let's start with the horses. Oops. We went to, oh, there we go. Let's try riding the horse for a change. Occasionally, I might even someday actually remember I have them and use them for transportation. I know. What a strange thought. And then the other one. Good. Now for Arthur. Just make sure I don't. Oh, wrong way. Now, unfortunately. uh, there we go. Oh, now let's take care of that little problem. Good. There we go. Horses are now stable. That way I could make the cattle area, but we'll save that. We'll now need... Ooh, this is going to be tough because I'm going to be releasing them all at once, right? Or did I do them individually? Looks like I did one individually and the other 4 together. Oh, well. All right. All right, how about this? I'll put you there. All right, good. And you, and you. Right. There we go. So I suppose if you really want to breed the sheep, you need ewe and ram, right? Ah, now let's see. Inside, inside. I know I'm bringing a pig in here also. I'll take care of the pig later. Actually, how about this? How am I going to do this right? We will take this off, take the pig, put the pig right there. Now we'll do this properly. And if this doesn't work, there is always bringing wheat with us. All right, and I can start breeding them here. Then I can worry about getting various colors and all of that. Welcome to your new home. Good. And now for the pig. And the pig will come this way. So I will need another one if I'm going to do any breeding. There you go. And you got a nice large yard. So there'll be more to a pen for that one. And that's the start of our little animal farm. Let's just hope the pigs don't revolt on us. And when we return next time, we'll take care of the cattle. And I'm hoping I'll have a few more pigs and bred some sheep a little bit. And start a proper little agricultural area here. We return for the next episode of Piney Plays Minecraft Pinetopia.